Let's begin. Let's start with some centering. Sit in a comfortable posture and close your eyes. Bring all your attention to the body. See how you're holding it in the posture. Check if you're sitting tall with the spine lengthened, shoulders open and relaxed, chest open, belly relaxed. Lengthening from the top of the head, keeping the back, the neck nice and lengthened. Your arms, legs, face relaxed. Now move your attention to the nostrils and start observing the flow of your breath. Notice whether your inhalations are slow and relaxed, or if they're a little faster, irregular right now. Accepting it however it is, continue observing, enjoying the flow of breath, the nice expansion that comes as you breathe in, the contraction and the release as you breathe out. By simply observing the breath, observing the body, we're giving time for the body and the breathing to settle down, feel a little more steady and stable before we begin the practice. Now tell yourself that you will remain aware of both throughout the practice, constantly observing your body and your breathing. Let us chant 3 Omkaras, connecting with that higher power, bringing positive vibrations within and around us. So take a nice breath in. Allow the inner vibrations to settle down. And then moving your attention to your palms, start rubbing them. Allowing a buildup of energy between your palms. Take them to your eyes, gently cupping your eyes. You can blink and open your eyes, looking into your palms. Bring your hands down. Hello, Mamta ji. Good evening. So today's practice, we'll focus on preparing the lower body to sit comfortably, especially if you want to progress with yoga into your pranayama meditation practices. Sitting comfortably is very important. And also, most of us, especially if you're in sitting jobs and all that, there's a lot of tightness around the hips, especially the hip flexor muscles. So what we're going to do is focus on stretching, opening up more of the hip joints. Okay, so that what happens if you try to sit, like say even cross-legged, and if your hips are not open, you'll end up putting a lot of pressure on the knee joints. So when the hips are feeling more open, the lower limbs also remain more comfortable. So today we'll start with a warm-up standing and go through a nice hip opening sequence. Come to a standing position. Standing with your feet hip width apart. So breathing in, we'll start with a little bit of shoulder and neck movement. Breathing in, we'll raise the arms up from the sides and look up towards the joint palms. Breathe in, lengthening the torso, raising the arms, join the palms, look up. Breathing out, bring the hands down, take your chin towards the collarbone, towards the chest. Continue moving your body at the same pace as your breath. Enjoy the nice stretching and the body movements and the breathing. Slow and full breath. And as you exhale, exhale completely. Finishing 5 rounds. And once you're done with your 5 rounds, you can bring your head back to a neutral position. And this time, raise your arms up as you breathe in. Interlock your fingers on top of your head. Flip them upwards. Stretch them up. And then we lift the heels as well. Utthita Tadasana. Try to stand up tall. Fix your gaze at some point on the wall in front of you if needed. That will help you remain stable there. 3, 2, feel that lengthening from the feet right up to the fingers. And 1, slowly bring your heels down. Keep your hands there. You can open your feet out a little wider if you want. We'll do the side stretching from here, stretching the sides of our torso. So take a breath in, and as you breathe out, important to pull the belly button inward, upward, and then bend to the side. Why is that important? We make sure that there's no downward pressure on the pelvic floor. So with age, there's a tendency to develop hernias, prolapse condition in women. So all that you can take care of by engaging the core when you're doing your bending. So as you exhale, you bend to each side. Inhale, come back up. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, finish on both sides. Remember which side you started. Make sure you do it on both sides and then come back to the center and release your arms. Let's do a little bit of fast twisting also now. Kati Chakrasana. So twist, what we'll do, open the arms out. As we twist, we'll take one hand on the back behind us, one hand pushing the shoulder back, looking over your shoulder. Breathe in, come back. Breathe out, twist to the other side. Breathe in. As you breathe out, twist. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Go at your pace of breathing, 5 rounds on both sides. Every round, see if you can twist a little deeper. Finish 5 rounds, and then you can come back to the center. Relax your arms. Bring your hands in front of you. Make a fist with your palms. Let's do some wrist rotations. 10 rounds in each direction. And then reverse the direction. And relax. Time to move the lower body. So placing your hands on your waist. Let's go with a few hip rotations. You can breathe in the front half of the circle, breathe out for the back half. 3 rounds, and then we go backwards. Just loosening up the hip joints. Coming back to the center. Okay. Now bring your feet hip width apart, bringing your palms in front. Let's warm up the thighs and the hip joints. Lift your knees to bring it up to the palms. You can raise your palms as high as you can. Warming up the leg muscles, opening up the hip joints. Keep going. Place your hand where it's comfortable, as long as you're getting a movement for the hip joints and able to lift your legs. It's fine. Keep going a few more rounds. Notice your thigh muscles waking up. And relax. Now you can hold your hands behind or on your waist, or even leaving it head down. Actually, hand position doesn't matter. Kick your heel towards your buttock. Little bit of warming up for the knee joint. Few more rounds. And relax. Now last one, ankle rotations. Let's move the ankle. 5, reverse, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make a few toe movements, crunching your toes forward, bringing them back, spreading them out. 3, 4, 5, and the other side. Let's go with the other leg. 3, 4, 5, reverse. 3, 4, 5. A few toe crunches, toe movement back and forth, and 5. Relax. Let's just do one round of Surya Namaskara. Full body warm up actually. So come to the top of your mat. Place your feet either together or hip width apart. Spread the toes out. Place them down nicely. Lift the heels, place them down. Pressing into the mat. Lengthen the whole body, palms facing the thighs. Keep your fingers open so that both the arms are fully activated and engaged. Take a breath in here, shoulders and chest open. As you breathe out, pranayamasana, palms in front of the chest. Breathing in, raise your hands up towards the ceiling first, lengthening, and then gently arch back, taking your arms behind as much as you can. Breathing out next, hinge from the hips, come forward. Coming halfway, and then drop the upper body down. Bend your knees if needed. Reach your fingertips to the mat. Head down. Breathing in, lift the right leg, place it all the way back. Knee down, toes stretched out. Allow the hips to go down. Now breathing out, tuck the back toes, slide the left leg back, coming into a plank. Now knees down, you can breathe in with knees down, breathe out with chest and chin down. Belly is off the mat. Breathing in next, stretch the toes out, belly comes on the mat, lift your upper body. Breathing out, tuck the toes in, lift the belly, knees, push your hips up towards the ceiling. You can keep your knees bent if needed here. Now as you breathe in next, bring your right foot forward between your palms, left knee going down, toes stretched out. Allow the hips to go down, feel the stretches. Breathing out, tuck the back toes, lift the knee, lift the foot, bring it to the front. Allow the head to drop down. You can keep your knees bent. Breathing in, bring your hands first alongside the head and then lift the whole body up, lengthening and then arching back. Breathing out, palms in front of the chest, pranayama. Let's continue into the second round. Breathing in, raise your hands up first and then arch. Try to push the rib cage upward, taking the arms behind. Breathing out, hinge from the hips. Take the whole upper body in a straight line, coming halfway. And then drop the upper body forward, bend the knees if needed. Fingers reaching the mat. As you breathe in, left leg goes back this time. Knee down, toes stretched out. Look to the front. Breathing out, tuck the back toes, raise the knee and slide the right foot back. Coming into a plank. Hips and shoulders in one line. Now knees down, chest down, chin down. Try to keep the belly off the mat. As you breathe in, stretch the toes out, belly comes down, press into your palms and lift the upper body up. Let's go into a mountain pose. Breathing out, tuck the toes, lift your hips, lift the knees. Push the hips up towards the ceiling, adjust your feet if needed. Breathing in, you can bend the knees, bring the left foot between your palms, right knee down, right toe stretched out. And breathing out, tuck the back toes, lift the knee, lift the foot and bring it to the front, coming into a full forward fold. Now breathing in, feel free to keep your knees bent. First raise the arms, bring them next to the head, and then raise the whole upper body, lengthening, arching back. Breathing out, palms together in front of the chest. You can bring your hands down. Take a moment, keep your hands and legs and body loose, relaxed. Notice the sensations running through the body. Notice your heartbeat, your breathing, becoming aware of all aspects of your body, giving time for the body and your breathing to settle down a bit, feel more stable before we proceed. Take your time. Allow the breathing to come back to its normal pace. Now we're going to do a little bit of external rotation of the hip joints with our standing asana. We'll start with Trikonasana. Come to the top of your mat, facing the front. Okay, standing in your Samasthiti. So this time we'll take the left leg back as far behind as you can. Take the left leg back. And now the left toes are pointing slightly inward, like a 45-degree angle. Okay, the right toes are still pointing to the front of the mat. Now what is happening? If we are turning fully to the side, if both feet are turned inward, the hip joint will both be turning inward. Now because one foot is facing forward, this hip is actually getting rotated externally. Now keep the upper body facing the side of the mat. All right, only the front toes are pointing to the front. Find your stability here. Now breathing in, raise your arms up from the side to shoulder level. Breathing out, you just lean to the side as if someone's pulling your right hand to the front, to the side, to the front of the mat. Stretch first and then go down, placing your hand wherever it reaches on your leg. If it goes all the way, go down fully. If not, if it's on the calf. Yes, Mamtaji, if you want, you can even place it on the chair. If you have the chair there, you can place your hand there and just lift your hand up. Stay there. Try to keep the chest open. See how your body is placed. If you can, make sure both arms are stacked over each other in a nice vertical line. Doesn't matter where your hand is. Focus on your breathing now. 4. Staying strong. The upper hand, keep the fingers spread out nicely. If the arm is engaged, the weight will not fall on the shoulders. 2 and 1. Now slowly bend the knee if needed. Lift the upper body to straighten up. Drop your hands down. Now from the same position, we can move to the other side. Turn the right foot inward. Open the left foot out towards the back of the mat. So this time we'll bend to the other side. Breathing in, raise the arms up. Like I said, palms are facing down here, but try to keep the fingers nice and open. When the muscles are engaged here, that whole weight will not sink onto the shoulder. So open here. Now as if someone's pulling your hand to the left side. Breathing out, lean to the side and go down and raise the other hand up. You can either look up or look to the front of the room, whatever is comfortable for your neck. Check, see if you can become aware of your hand position, both hands vertically almost in a straight line. Staying strong here. Come back to your breathing. 3, 2. See if you can find that calm and stable state internally while you hold the posture. That's when you see the benefits of the asana. And slowly now, bend the knee if needed, lift the upper body, straightening up, arms down, turn that back foot forward, and you can slowly shift your feet closer, come out of the pose. Close your eyes for a moment. Notice how you're feeling through the body. And we'll move on to the next pose. Another hip opener. So stand at the edge of the mat, but facing the side only, and open your feet out as wide as you can. Okay. Now for this one, it'll give a slightly internal rotation. Turn your feet slightly inward. Turning your feet inward. All right. Now breathing in, open your arms out at shoulder level. Breathing out, looking to the front towards the camera only. Come halfway. So you're just, when you come halfway and pause for a bit there, you're lengthening the spine. And now as you breathe out, next, go down fully. Place your palms on the floor, on the mat, wherever it's comfortable. Adjust your feet position if needed, and then drop your head down. Come back to your breathing. If you're comfortable with the forward fold, See if you can move your palms so that they're in the same line as your feet. Move them back a little so that your palms, your feet are all in one line. Continue to keep your head dropped forward. Every exhalation, try to pull the belly button inward, upward. Notice what is this doing to the stretch on your spine. You can also shift your weight slightly to the front of the feet and see what difference that makes as well. Staying here for 3, 2, and 1. Now what you'll do, place your hands at shoulder level. Start opening your arms out sideways and then come up as you breathe in. So when we use our arms, either open out or on the waist, we make sure the load is not falling on the lower back. So there's no lower back stress. Now slowly drop your hands. Again, shift your feet a little bit and come out of the pose. Take a moment. Notice how you're feeling. And then coming to the back of your mat, you can just come to a tabletop position. Let's do a little bit of stretching of the front of the hip joint, the hip flexor muscles here at the connecting part, which helps us lift the leg, bend the body forward and back. So to just stretch that, what we'll do, come into a tabletop and then move your palms a little more to the front. You can keep your palms a little wide open also. Okay, from here, we'll just drop the hips forward. Your arms are stretched only, straight, elbows are straightened. So now the load is on the arms and shoulders. The middle part of the body is just hanging low. You're allowing the pelvis to go closer to the floor. Your toes are stretched out. And notice the stretch around the hip region on the front of the body. If you feel it's not intense enough, what you can do is tuck your toes, move the body forward a little more, and then drop your toes down. Okay. And if you're comfortable here, make sure your chest is open. You can also raise the knees off the mat, knees and thighs off. If not, keep your knees down. 3, spread your fingers, press into your knuckles as well, so that the weight is not falling only on the wrist joint. 1 last breath here, and then bringing the knees down, lift your hips slowly, opening your knees wide, go into a balasana, taking your hips onto your heels, keep your arms stretched out and drop your head towards the mat. Just a counter pose for the spine. Any intense spine movement, it's good to take a few seconds in a counter pose so that it doesn't feel too intense. You're giving it time to come back to its neutral form. One more breath here. Exhale completely. And as you inhale, start walking your palms and fingers back. Straightening up, you can bring your knees together. Coming into Vajrasana. If that's not comfortable. Anyway, we're going to move into Dandasana, stretching the legs out in front. Sitting in Dandasana, we're going to work a little more on external hip rotation. So what we do, I'll just show it from the front, but you can continue to keep your legs stretched out on the mat. We're coming to Agni Stambhasana or ankle to knee pose. So what we do is bend the left leg such that the shin is parallel to the edge of the mat. Knee and ankle in one straight line. And then stack the other leg on top of it. Again, knee and ankle in a straight line if you can. If this feels very difficult, you can sit in Sukhasana only. See how much you can move the legs so that you can stack them on top of each other. Sometimes we don't realize the lower heel is too much inside because we're used to sitting cross-legged. So move it forward a little bit, the lower ankle and heel. So now this, whichever leg is on top, is giving you a little bit of a stretch on the outer thigh and hip. Now sit first and lengthen your spine as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, lean forward, place your fingertips on the floor in front. Looking to the front only, walk your fingers as much as it's comfortable for you. Notice what is happening to the stretches in the body. When you look forward, you're making sure you're not rounding the upper back. So keep looking forward, the stretch, the bend happening from the hips region. Notice that nice stretch on the outer hip and thigh of the leg which is on top. Go as far as it's comfortable for you. You should be getting a good stretch, but it shouldn't be so intense that you can't stay in the posture. And then relax into the stretch. That slight discomfort, see if you can notice that and just breathe out through it. You're not fighting the stretches. Make sure you're not tightening, clenching the muscles. If it's too intense, you can always walk your fingers back a little. Stay there, observing your breath, observing the stretch. 3, 2, and 1. Now slowly walking your fingers back. You can straighten your back, coming out of the posture gently. Whenever you come out, try to avoid any jerky movements. Gently release the legs as well. Take a moment. And we change sides. This time the right foot you place it such that the ankle and knee are in one line. Stack the left shin over the right. This knee over the ankle, this ankle over the knee. Adjust your legs so that it's comfortable. Breathing in, lengthen the spine, feeling yourself nice and tall. Breathing out, gently hinge from the hips. When leaning forward from the hips, place your fingertips down. Looking to the front of the room, keep walking your fingertips forward. Observing the stretch on that left outer hip and thigh. Go as far as it's comfortable. We don't need to push too much. Your body automatically starts opening up and takes you deeper. Now focus on your breathing, keeping your attention on the areas that are getting stretched. As you breathe out, feel that those muscles are relaxing into the stretch. Observe, knowing that it's only happening to the body. You don't need to identify and create any emotions around it. 3. If you feel your body going forward, move your fingers forward a little more. 1 last breath here. And now as you breathe in, you can start coming out, walking your fingertips back, straightening your spine, and gently releasing the legs. Take a moment. Our last seated pose, Baddha Konasana or bound angle pose, also known as butterfly. Bring the soles of your feet together. Move your hips a little, raise each hip and place it back so that the sit bones feel settled on the mat. Now see where you want to hold your legs. You can either bring it in close or even keep it a little forward. Find a good position where you can sit stable for a long time. You can interlock your fingers under the feet or place them on the ankles. Doesn't matter. Again, stay here, sitting straight. Breathing in, lengthen the spine. Breathing out, allow the knees to go down closer to the mat. Notice the stretch on the inner thigh muscles, the groin area. Try to keep your back straight, chest and shoulders open. And now, with the whole back, neck, head in one line, keeping them straight, let's try to lean forward from the hips. So as you exhale, every time you exhale and bend, you can focus on also pulling that belly button inward, upward, and then leaning forward. Go as far as you can with the back straight. You can allow your elbows to open up and settle on the thighs. Your feet can open out like a book also. Just don't worry about keeping the feet soles together. And now keep your attention on the inner thighs. Again, with every exhalation, just allow the stretch to be as it is without resisting. When we are in pain, we tend to clench or tighten muscles. See if you're doing that. Relax the lower body. That will automatically take you into a deeper stretch. Stay there with your breathing. 3, 2. Allow the upper body to go forward a little more as you breathe out. And we'll slowly come out as you breathe in. Straighten the upper body, coming back. And gently release the legs, stretch them out, keeping your hands behind. And just close your eyes, notice all the sensations. We also tend to store a lot of emotional stress around the hip region, they say, causing more tightness. So just feeling light and easy around the hips can make us feel relaxed mentally, emotionally as well. Now let's come to a lying down position. Lying down on your back, on your mat. Let's do a nice twist to release any tension in the outer hips, along the spine. Bring your knees onto your chest, gently pulling the knees down, allowing the thighs to press into the belly. Roll a little side to side, releasing any tension in the back. And then relax your head, come back to the center. Gently pull your knees closer and release. Allow the knees to stay here. Open your palms out at shoulder level, palms facing down. Take a breath in here. As you breathe out, drop your knees to the left side. You can use your left palm to hold the knees down, taking you into a deeper twist. Turn your head in the opposite direction if you can. Otherwise, you can just look up at the ceiling. And now close your eyes. Observe the stretches on the different muscles across the body. See if your shoulders are relaxed. The whole of your back relaxed. Buttocks and hips relaxed. Your legs relaxed and easy. Make sure you're not clenching any muscles and just become aware of the movement happening in the different muscles with your breathing. Enjoying the breath and the release it is bringing in the muscles and your joints. Twisting also helps clear out any blockages in the airways. So if you observe closely and if you just allow the twist to happen naturally, you'll notice your breathing also feels more clearer. And now let's come back to the center. Bring your head back to the center, knees to the center. As you exhale next, drop your knees to the right. Turn your head to the left if you can. Use your right palm to hold the knees down. And again, quickly run through the whole body internally, making sure you're not clenching, tightening any muscles. Relaxed body. Come back to your breathing now. Enjoying the breath and the release it brings. Notice the quality of your breathing. Stay there for just a little bit longer. One last breath here. Exhale out completely. And as you inhale, come back, bring your head to the center, knees to the center. Now gently again, pull your knees down towards the chest with your palms. Roll a little side to side, relaxing the back muscles. Now bring your head between your knees. Stay there for 3, 2, and 1. Take your head back, place your feet on the mat. Now adjust your hips, adjust your shoulder blades on your back. Stretch your legs out, feet apart. Allow the feet to fall outwards. Your arms a little away from the body, palms facing up. When you shift those shoulder blades a little towards each other on your back, you'll notice that your arms anyway turn and your palms are facing upward. Allow the fingers to relax and curl. Keeping your attention on the whole body. Take a nice breath in, feeling that energy flow to every cell of the body. And as you exhale, allow each and every muscle to relax. Let go of your body weight onto the mat. Now taking your attention to the forehead and the head. Take a nice breath in, keeping your attention on the head and forehead. And as you breathe out, feel that mental tension releasing as well, making you feel a little lighter, a little more relaxed on your forehead, in the top part of your head. Relax. The There's nothing to do here. You're just giving time for all the muscles to come back to their normal form. During the practice, it's like an elastic band or a rubber band that you're stretching, bending, twisting. So Shavasana is the short time that we give it to come back to its not natural, normal form. See if you can feel that inner silence. Try to listen to that silence within you and just stay with it for a few more minutes. Releasing any tension physically, mentally. And that will also ensure that all your organ systems can function optimally. Stay in silence. The moment we go into silence, the mind can wander off or start chattering. If you notice that, gently bring it back to observing sensations, observing whatever is happening at a subtle level within the body. Time to slowly come back. Become aware of your whole body as it is lying on the mat. Bring your attention to your fingers, toes. Start wriggling, moving them. Bring your feet closer together, hands closer to the body. Turn your head side to side a little, gently bringing movements throughout the body. And feel free to take your hands overhead and give yourself a nice stretch. And then turn to one side and slowly come back to a seated position. Today's pranayama, let us practice Bhramari, humming bumblebee breath. This is a pranayama. It can also be considered a meditation because the vibrations can keep our awareness on what is happening within. It relaxes the mind, calms the nervous system, makes us more inward focused for a while. So today we'll do it with the Shanmukhi Mudra, where we block the ears with the thumbs, just closing the outer lobe of the ear so that you don't hear anything. Basically, we're blocking off all the sense perceptions. And spread your fingers out, place them gently, one on the forehead, one over the eyes lightly, one next to the nose, one on the outside of the mouth. You can keep your shoulders also relaxed. Remember, as you breathe out, you make a humming sound. We are only breathing in and out through the nose, but you make a humming sound. Feel your body like an empty vessel. Keep all your attention on the vibrations. We'll do it for 7 rounds today at your own pace of breathing. Keep a count. Once you're done, notice all the subtle sensations running through the body. See how you're feeling throughout the body, in your head. Allow the vibrations to settle down. Time to end our practice. Take a moment to feel grateful for everything that you have in your life right now. When we are mindful, even the negative or difficult situations help us grow to our full potential. Feel grateful for today's practice and to your body and your mind for supporting you during the practice. Now let us end with Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu, wishing well for all beings, including ourselves. Feel the prayer as you chant it. Take a nice breath in. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Now slowly start rubbing your palms, making it a little faster, faster, building up nice energy between your palms. You can cup your eyes, rub your face, and even the rest of your head, neck, shoulders, body. And slowly cupping your face again. You can blink and open your eyes. Thank you very much. Take care, and I'll see you soon.